Once upon a time, in the small town of Umuizu, there lived a couple named Uzonna and Ezinne. They had been married for 5 long years, bound not only by love but by hardship. Poverty waged on them like a shadow. Their home was little more than a fragile wooden hut at the edge of the town, where the wind crept through the cracks and the nights always felt colder than they should. Each night, after the day's toil, Ezinne would sit outside their small hut, her face stained with tears, crying out to the gods, "Please bless my womb with a child. Do not let my enemies mock me forever." One morning, Uzonna set out to Ichie Nduka's farmland, where he had been hired to cultivate the soil. On the narrow village path, he met his friend Obiora, another man the town pitied. Obiora was wifeless, childless, jobless, a man broken by life's misfortune. For years, he had been ridiculed, called a failure, and mocked in the village square. Yet, deep within, Obiora had grown weary of his miserable existence. He was determined to change his story, no matter the cost. That morning, after greeting Uzonna, Obiora spoke bitterly of his condition, his voice heavy with frustration. Uzonna, in turn, confessed his own struggles, the poverty, the shame, and the sorrow of childlessness. They looked at each other, burdened by the same questions. How do we escape this suffering? How do we rise above this shame? It was then that Obiora recalled an old story he had heard about a great and dreadful native doctor, feared and respected across the land. This man was said to possess powers that could change destinies, granting birth and children to those who sought him. But his help came with strict rules, and to break them was to invite chaos and destruction. Obiora leaned closer and whispered, "I heard he is still alive. They say he can solve any problem if only we have the courage to obey his instructions." Uzonna's heart pounded as Obiora's words sank in. Poverty had crushed them both. Shame had silenced their laughter. Perhaps this journey to the dreaded doctor was the only chance left. And so, the two men agreed they would set out together on a life-changing journey, a journey that would either bless them with the riches and joy they longed for, or condemn them to something far darker.